Few people would say that their favorite gospel is the Gospel of Mark. He's short, he's blunt, to the point. Lots of people will tell you they like Matthew because of all the eloquent teaching, or they like Luke because of all the focus on the women in the ministry of Jesus, or John because of the beautiful lyrical language and the mystical teaching. But in today's gospel, Matthew and Luke clean up this story. But Mark leaves it for us in its bare simplicity and also its ugliness. And I think it's the ugliness that gives us the key to understand what we should do with these words. It says that Jesus went to his hometown. And he went to the synagogue and he began to teach. And people were shocked. Who is this? Who does he think he is? He's a teknon, is what the Greek says. He's a laborer. He's just a builder. He makes things with his hands. He's not educated. He's not supposed to know these things. So that's slur number one. His profession. Slur number two is even more profound. Is this not the son of Mary? You see, in Jesus' day, no one would ever call someone the son of their mother. You are the son of your father. The proper way to say this would be, is this not the son of Joseph? Even if Joseph was already dead. But when you say, is this not the son of Mary? You're saying something. We know what kind of family this is. We know what kind of kid this is. Mary's kind of loose. This kid is not a result of a marriage. Not only is he a teknon, not only does he get himself dirty and work with his hands and has no education, but he's a bastard. He's illegitimate. We know who he is. We know who his family is. We know who his brothers are. We know who his sisters are. How dare he? Who does he think he is? How does he get off saying these things to us? And that offends him. But Jesus takes those slurs as a badge of honor. And he holds on to them. And when you look at Jesus' ministry, where do you find him? You find him with all the grubby people who work with their hands. Shepherds, fishermen. You find people who are grubby with their profession because of the sleaziness of it. Politicians, tax collectors. You find him going outside of the church where all the proper people are, where the right people are. Because he says, sick people need physicians, not well people. So I'm going to go where they are. And if you accuse me of being dirty, unclean, because I'm associating with these people, yay. Because the message I have come to give, Jesus says, is that your identity is not based on what the world or the culture says about you. It isn't about who your parents were or weren't. It isn't about what you do or don't do. It isn't about what your body looks like. It isn't about what your skin color is, what your nationality is. It doesn't matter what your status of citizenship is. What matters is that you are loved by God and you are created in the image of God. And God desires a relationship with you. That's the message he proclaimed to a world and a culture that was desperate to hear it. A world that heard, you're not good enough. You're the wrong class. You don't do things right. You're unclean. You don't fit the box. You can't come to temple. You can't be in synagogue. You can't follow the law. You can't. And Jesus says, you are loved. You are precious. You are God's beloved. And he charged out into the neighborhood to deliver that message to all who would hear it. And those who did, hearts were glad, lives were changed, transformed as the kingdom of God spread out and started among the wrong kind of people. Which makes me wonder. I wonder when you or I have been condemned recently because we chose to share the good news with the wrong kind of person.